Shalom, shalom. I want to give honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is another quick call from Ahmathya, right? So the topic is the Gentiles, the other nation. If they're going to be beside us in the kingdom of heaven, or are they going to be slaves? Let's go find out. Let's go through the precepts. Let me start with this precept first. This is Acts 17 and verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. So we got to search the scriptures daily, okay? All right, to see, okay, if these heathen, these other nations, going to be living in the kingdom of heaven like us, okay, or they're going to be in the kingdom of heaven being slaves, okay, right? So we got to search the scripture daily whether those things were so, right? So let's go see what the Most High said. That's what it's all about, right? Let's go to Isaiah 55 and verse 11. Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it, right? So the Most High said whatever he put out of his mouth, and it will not come back void, meaning if the Lord says something, it's going to happen, okay? Right. So, and last time I checked, we are going to inherit the Gentiles, okay? Let's go to Isaiah 54 and 3. This is Isaiah 54 and 3. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited, right? Isaiah prophesied that we're going to break forth on the right hand and on the left hand, slay her, slay there, chop her head off. But the Most High said, right, we're going to break forth on the right hand and on the left, right? And thy seed, meaning the seed of the Israelites, will inherit the Gentiles. And there are prophecies about the Gentiles in the Old Testament, right? Let's go to Jeremiah 46 and 1. Jeremiah 46 and 1. The word of the Lord which came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Gentiles, meaning you have Jeremiah 46, 47, 48, I believe 49 too, right? About the Gentiles going to slavery, and you had all these nations being spoken of against, right? Verse 2. Against Egypt, against the army of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, which was by the river Euphrates, and Karshemish, which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, smote in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Joash, a king of Judah, right? So meaning the Most High is against all the Gentiles, even the Egyptians, okay? So he's against them, and there are judgments set for them. And why would the Most High disignore all that judgment? And the Most High already said it's going to happen, and it will not return to void. And if we accept what God said already going to happen, and it will help us understand what these New Testament verses are going into, right? So if we can't accept the things of the Old Testament, okay, how can we accept the things in the New Testament? Okay, right, because he already letting you know what's going to happen in the Old Testament before you even get to the New Testament, right? Okay, because they're going to slavery for 1,000 years. Let's go to Revelation 20 and verse 4. Let's go to Revelation 20 and 4. Okay. Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived it and reigned it with Christ 1,000 years, right? So, right, this is going into what we're going to reign forever, right? But that's also going to 1,000 years in captivity, and the judgment is going to fall on the other nation, and it's going to be hardcore bondage for the other nation for 1,000 years, right? And after that, the captivity is going to be a little looser. So they, after 1,000 years, the captivity, the hard bondage. They're going to be in captivity, but it's going to be just a little looser, right? Let's go back to Jeremiah 49, and now I want 40. I want 48. Okay, this Jeremiah 48 and 46. Woe be unto thee, O Moab. Moab is the so-called Chinese today, all right? The people of Chemosh perished it, for thy sons are taken captives, and thy daughters captives, right? Meaning putting them in slavery, right? Verse 47. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, said the Lord. Thus far is the judgment of Moab, right? The latter days, meaning after the 1,000 years, okay? Right? Let's go to 49. Jeremiah 49 verse 6. Okay, Jeremiah 49 6. And afterwards I will bring again the captivity of the children of Ammon. That's the so-called Japanese today, said the Lord, right? Meaning the Ammonites are going to be in captivity, but the Lord going to bring again their captivity, meaning turn them free from their hard bondage, right? So, right, but they still going to be slaves, but they're going to be just a little lesser after the 1,000 years, right? So after they 1,000 years, they're going to be slaves, but just a little lesser. So let's drop down 36. 36. Jeremiah 49, 36. And upon Elam is the Pakistanis, the East Indians, right? Okay, right, and read that again. And upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven, and will scatter them towards all those winds, and there shall be no nation whither the outcasts of Elam shall not come. And drop down 38. And I will set my throne in Elam, and will destroy from thence the king and the princes, said the Lord. Verse 39. But it shall come to pass in the latter days that I will bring again the captivity of Elam, said the Lord. Right? So the latter days mean after the 1,000 years, right? So they going to slavery, right? And they going to go to slavery for 1,000 years, and after 1,000 years, all right, they're going to be, they're going to still be in captivity, but it's going to be a little lesser, right? Okay, right? So they got to serve us in the kingdom, right? Don't we bring that precept out all the time? What's that? Jeremiah 49 and 23. We bring that out there to the heathens all the time, okay? But this is what they're going to be doing in the kingdom. This Isaiah 49, 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mother. They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me, right? Queens thy nursing mothers, meaning they will serve our children, bow down to thee with their face towards the earth, right? All right, and they are our inheritance. Okay? And this is talking about the Gentiles that would lick up the dust of our feet. Okay, right? Cause, right, then we build up their kingdom. Okay, they waste cities. They got to build up ours. Okay, let's go to the precept. Let's go to Isaiah 61, and I want verse 4. This Isaiah 61 and 4. Okay, and they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolation of many generations, right? So meaning when the Lord return and destroy this place, and the other nations are going to have to build up the kingdom of heaven, right? Shall raise up the former desolation, meaning like Jerusalem, Samaria, Mount Zion, the city of David, right? Shall repair the waste cities, right? So they are going to repair Bethsaida, okay, and all them other cities, right? So the desolation of many generations, meaning 2,000 years, right? Verse 5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers, right? So the strangers are the other nations, And that means the Lord don't know them and not dealing with them. And what makes them other nations strange? Because the Most High never gave them the covenant, right? The laws. And he didn't teach them how to know him or please him, right? Or do animal sacrifices, right? So the strangers will feed our flocks, all right? And the Most High called them alien strangers, and they will be our plowmen, okay? Right? Verse 6. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourself. Right? So when they say, but ye mean you Israelites, okay? Right? And you shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, right? So we're going to have all their wealth, all right? All of the land, all the gold, the silver, cattle, and it's all going to belong to us. And the Most High said that we are going to be so wealthy and so mighty, and you are going to boast about it, right? So we can't boast ourselves right now, but in the kingdom of heaven, the Most High going to let us boast ourselves, okay? Right? So we're going to boast ourselves when we got these damn heathens and chains, right? So let's see what we're going to be doing in the kingdom, okay? Yeah, we got to put them in order and all that, right? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach, 29 chapter. I want 29 and verse, I'm going to start with 24. Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach. I'm in the Apocrypha to the ones that's new to the channel, okay? All right. So Ecclesiasticus 29:24. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house, for where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth, right? So it's going to be miserable life for them Edomites going to house, to one brother mansion to the next brother mansion, and we are going to keep selling them, and they are going to be vagabonds, right? And going from house to house, and thou darest not open thy mouth, right? Meaning they better not speak and say anything while the servants of the Lord is speaking, right? Verse 25, thou shalt entertain and feast and have no thanks. Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words. What do that mean? You telling them bitter words like, come here, boy, sit here, boy, go give me my apples, boy. You know what I mean? Etc., right? So you're right. So we're going to be telling them what to do in the kingdom of heaven, right? Verse 26, come thou stranger and furnish a table and feed me of that thou hast ready. Meaning we are going to have gold tables, gold forks, spoons, gold cups, and you know, they're going to literally have to furnish all that damn table, okay? They better make sure the table's straight, the forks, the spoons, everything they right place, right? So everything better be laid out perfect, right? Or they don't get slapped across the head, right? Verse 27, give place thou stranger to an honorable man, my brother, come to be logged it, and I have need of my house. Meaning I'm having a righteous get together, and all the brothers are invited, and we are turning up righteousness in the mansion, the vineyards, and in the pools, right? In the backyard. And that's what's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven, right? Okay, let's talk about the Edomites getting cut off, right? Okay, because last time I checked, after they do their 1,000 years, they not getting their slavery cut a little looser. Okay, no, they gonna get destroyed. No more Edomites. Okay, let me start with before I go to Obadiah. Let me get this precept. Psalms 109 and verse 13. Let's go Psalms 109 and 13. Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Posterity meaning all future generation of people, right? And them Edomites are the future generation of the slave masters, right? And they will be cut off, and their name be blotted out forever, right? Now let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah, I'm going to do Obadiah 1 and 18. I'm going to start with 15. Let me start with verse 15, okay? Obadiah 1:15, okay? For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. thy reward shall return upon thy own head. This meaning all the heathens, and they had us all in slavery, right? And the Most High said it got to happen to them as well, and turn upon the heathens' head, okay? Right? Verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Right? Meaning the Lord said the heathens are going to take that cup of affliction, and the Most High is going to force it down their throat and make the heathen swallow it. Okay? And the Lord said it's going to be as though the heathen had not been. Right? Because we swallow that cup of affliction. Now they got to do it. Meaning they got to go to slavery. We went to slavery. We drunk that cup of affliction. So they got to drink of it now. Okay? But anyway, verse 17. But upon a Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Right? Meaning the 12 tribes are going to be delivered out of the destruction, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. All right? Them heathens. Okay? Right? Now, verse 18, that's what we want. All right? The finale. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. Right? So meaning the Lord said the 12 tribes are going to be a fire, and them Edomites are going to be a stubble. And after the fire get done burning, and those ashes that are left, and that is the end of them Edomites. Who the Edomites? The so-called white people. That's the end of them. Okay, after they done 8,000 years, okay, right, it's going to be no more Edomites. The rest of the other nation, that they do their hardcore bondage, 1,000 years, they're going to get loose a little lesser. They're still going to be slaves, they're going to be a little lesser. Okay, so, right, here's some precepts. Man, there's so many precepts about they going to slavery. I'm just throwing out some quick precepts, okay? So you need to search the scripture daily, whether those things be so, you know, Acts 17 and 11, okay? Right? You got to be rooted and grounded, okay? I want to give an honor and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Shalom.